So welcome to this video. And in this video, we are going to see what is prompt engineering. Okay. So as we know, right? So now since we are familiar with what is Chat GPT, what is AI model, right? And why they are useful to us. Now let us understand what is prompt engineering, right? So as the name suggests, prompt engineering is basically made up of two words, that is prompt and engineering. Okay, so when it comes to prompt engineering, so what is the introduction of prompt engineering basically? So introduction of prompt engineering is nothing. In a simple words, in a simple word, if I state what is prompt engineering, so it is nothing but when we write our question, right, when we write our query. Okay, so prompt engineering refers to a process of crafting inputs or prompts for an AI model, right? So whatever we write, whatever input we provide to any AI model, okay, so that is what my prompt is, the input that we provide. Okay, just like the input that we provide to Google is known as query string, just like that the input which I provide to my AI model is nothing but a prompt. Okay, so prompt engineering refers to a process of crafting inputs or prompts of for AI models, right? Specifically, language models to generate desired output. Now, mark my words, this word is really very important. Desired output, right? So, when it comes to output, generating output is not a big task, right? But we have to generate the desired output, right? Now, it plays a really very important role in determining the effectiveness of AI responses. Try to understand this thing very carefully. Okay, the gameplay, right, the major important, the important role, the most important role, right, like what type of output you are going to get is totally dependent upon what type of prompt you are writing, what is the quality of prompt that you are providing. Okay, are you able to explain your problem, like what you are trying to get? Okay, so that is completely dependent upon this thing. Your output is completely dependent upon this thing, what type of outputs or what quality of prompts you are providing. Now, what is the importance of prompt engineering, right? So as we know, the importance of prompt engineering is basically, yes, it makes our work very easier, it saves our time, it can do anything, right? That is so yes, we know. But if you don't know how to get a, if you don't know how to alter a prompt, how to write a good prompt, okay, then you won't be able to get any kind of good responses. You won't be able to get any kind of good responses. Okay, so that is why prompt engineering is important. If you want your work to be done by somebody else, now try to understand this thing in a simpler way. Okay, what we are doing with all these AI models, we are getting our work done with them, right? We are getting our work done. That's it. So if you want someone to do your work, what is your job? So your job is to explain your work, explain the problem, right? Explain the problem clear, in a very clear way, in a crystal clear manner, right? You have to explain that problem, right? So that is what we are doing over here. So we want AI model to do our part of work, but for that our work is to explain the problem in a right way. Okay, so if I'm not explaining the problem in a right way, I'm not getting any kind of right output. Okay, so yes, now there is certain structure and there is certain format in which you have to write your prompt, right, to get your desired output, to get an effective output, to get an quality output, right? So there are certain structure, there are certain formats, there are certain set of rules, right, which you need to follow, right, which you while writing your prompt. Okay, so yes, that all these things, what is the structure, what is the like rules, what are the, how to craft a prompt, right? We are going to do all these things, we are going to do all these things in a, in this complete series. Okay, types of prompting. So let's not discuss in detail about types of prompting in this video, but yes, there are some different types of prompting, right, which you can use for different scenarios. Okay, so yes, so what now let us summarize this video by stating that what is prompt engineering. Basically, prompt engineering is nothing but when we are mastering, when we are trying to master, right, what to ask, what is the right way to ask, that is what a prompt engineering is. Okay, mastering the way to ask is prompt engineering. That's it. Okay, that is what the definition of prompt engineering is, right? And why it is important? It is important to get the quality output, to get our work done, to get the desired output, and all those things, right? And yes, there are certain structure, there are certain set of rules that you need to follow while prompting. Okay, so what are those rules, what are those structures? We will discuss later in this video series. And yes, of course, the types of prompt also we are going to discuss in this series. Okay, so yes, I guess with that, that's the end of the video, and we'll meet again in some other video. Thank you. Bye bye.